So you guys, thanks so much for coming to this. Purpose matters. Yeah, it does. Let's give people another minute or so. So while we're waiting for people, if you have a pen and paper handy, you might enjoy that. It's not necessary, but you might enjoy having something to jot some notes down. All right. So I'm going to introduce you to Kayla. Kayla, wave. There's Kayla. Kayla is pure magic. Actually, she's her purpose is consciousness. And it will make sense to you when I tell you that what she does for me is she is the director of logistics and possibility for Live Big Co. And so I certainly hope that her purpose is consciousness. She is conscious tax filing for me right now. Bless her. And she is really the person who I'm hands off. She's driving. So I get to be in the passenger seat, just, chatting away and, being the DJ. So if there's anything that comes up during this workshop that you need, or there's something that you missed, or if you have a question, you can raise your hand. So there's a digital hand raising. So Kayla will be looking out for that. I'm just gonna, carry on. And we're together here for about an hour and 15 minutes. My intention is that it's just like we were together in a room. I certainly do miss those days. And so we're just gonna recreate that energy. And so I just really want you to know that I don't need anything. So this is for you. And who's it for? It's for you. So it's not for your husband or your boyfriend, right? Or your neighbor. It's really just for you. And I'm going to give you all I got. And there is something here for you. So if you come from that kind of listening, like there's something here for me, you're definitely going to walk away with something for sure. And my intention is that you walk away with some tools and some fun, creative ways to tap into and get clear on and crystallize your purpose. So like, what the heck? No big deal, right? How many of you, you could just sort of go like this, find the whole topic of purpose daunting? What's my purpose? Yeah. And so it gets this heavy thing. And, even Kayla and I were talking before you came on about how purpose is such a big thing that I think that there's over 500 books that are written on the subject. So for sure, I'm not going to distill 500 books worth of psychology down into an hour, but I do have a kind of a cool tool that I want to share with you. And I will tell you that it was discovered with a group of people very recently, actually. And some of them are on this call right now, and I want them to wave. So this group of people are studying with me to become coaches. They are in a coach training program called the Integrated Coach Training. And this training is a launch pad for them to go out and be coaches. So they're already leaders and really awesome people. And they're creating this launch pad to get out there. So you guys wave because they're amazing. Wave, find them. There they are. Yes, Nikki, Dana, Ashley, Enrico, Crystal, there's a bunch of them on the call. And so after this, if you guys are looking for a coach to help you further your, clarity, crystallization, your commitment, what you're up to, help with action, accountability, all that stuff. These are the people, okay? So we'll make sure that we connect you. So coaching, that's what I do. That's my job. That's a tool that I use. I'm Erin Anderson, by the way, for some of you who are like, who is this person? I'm Erin Anderson. I am a life and business coach. I work a lot in the realm of career, purpose, and a lot about personal commitment. What are you up to? What are you doing? What are you creating? I am the best at helping people crystallize and create. And I say it like that, it's a bold statement, but I am really the best at it. So I'm really here to help you tap into what are you the best at? What can you stand behind by saying, I am, and then watch things that create in your life. It's a bold thing to come from, but for sure, have you noticed that life is asking pretty big things of you these days? And never was there ever a time that life wasn't asking big things of you. And so it's really time to let life ask big questions of you. Please stop questioning life. It won't work. Have you noticed? But why? Doesn't work, right? So let life question you and then be able to respond, rise up and respond. And so where do you respond from? You respond from this more highly tuned, high frequency place, which I'm just going to refer to as your purpose. So again, purpose, massive topic. I'm looking at it from a place for you to come from. I'm really fascinated with your being. You're doing, you got it. You guys are amazing. You're doing great things out there. You're painting, you're coaching, you're raising children, you're having dance parties in your tank tops. Like, you're doing amazing things. That's not the problem. The problem and is usually in this internal language, this linguistic abstraction that is going on right here. Have you noticed? Those of you who are painters or real creative types, you get to the canvas or you get to the blank page and you just go, ah, and then it's just this like storm that goes on in your head. And that is all happening here, just between your ears. It's all in the thinking. So your purpose isn't a thinking, it's a being. Your purpose isn't a doing, it's a choice. So today, in this brief time together, I'm going to help you find a way for you to be very clear about the voice that you're listening to so that you can tap into the correct one. So before we carry on though, let's get kind of clear about what purpose is and what it isn't. Now I'm interested. Kayla's going to share with you guys a poll. So this is just kind of fun. She's going to share with you a poll about one question. And the question is, where does the poll come up? Comes up. Here we go. What does purpose mean to you? Is it your job? I kind of gave you a hint already, but anyways, is it your job? Is it the role in your family? Is it your way of being? Is it you have no idea? And answer honestly, it's totally anonymous. Oh, I did a good job. I totally busted this whole thing, didn't I, Kayla? Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, good. There's some people. Okay, good.
I'm going to share the results with the group in a moment, but most answers we have coming in are with option 3, Erin. There's a few more.
Oh, I can see it. They can't see it?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay. Okay, I'm watching. Yeah, so with some of my clients that I'm working with, you know, they'll absolutely stand behind that their role is, or their purpose is to be a mother. Yeah, that their purpose is to be a wife or to be a husband, right? Some people will really stand behind, my purpose is my job. It is. I love that there are some people who truly have no idea. This is really great. Okay, looks like it's off the charts because I did really good job. It's off the charts. What do you guys think? Drum roll, please. Okay, it's like off the charts, you guys. Way of being. That is truly what your purpose is. Okay, really good. So I'm going to close that. Really good. So that means that purpose really does, and I'll say this to you like this, and these are just things for you to, you know, kind of chew on, right? Kind of play with. But purpose comes at the intersection of a word I'm going to use that's a Sanskrit word. It comes at the intersection of a Sanskrit word called dharma and choice. So dharma is a 5,000-year-old concept, which really does mean purpose. It really means your why. Why are you here? What do you exist for? What has God created you to be, do, say, have? Yeah, and then choice, what do you choose? Because for sure, all of us have 100% free will and choice, all of us. And if you don't think otherwise, I'm going to show you why. It's all happening here. So in your choice and in your dharma, you create your life. Now, when you create your life on purpose, it has this feeling of being on the rails, yeah, like on the tracks. Do you guys feel that? It's like, shoom, 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 shoom. Here we go, off we go, choo choo, right? Doing all the things. They may be peculiar, weird, funny, awesome. They may be strange. Nobody knows about it, but you are on track. Choo, 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 right? And then when you're off the rails, what does it sound like? It's like, it's awful. It's like nails on a chalkboard. You're over efforting, you're over functioning, you're trying to please, you're trying to get, you're trying to hustle. So one of the great things about being a huge fan of purpose is that I get to really be committed to the real you as a coach. I am not interested in the gimmick. I am not interested in the hustle, get rich quick, 10 million followers on Instagram. I'm bored already, bored. What I'm really interested in is that true you that nobody may even witness. Purpose sometimes isn't seen, isn't recognized, it isn't heralded. You don't wear a scarf that says I'm on purpose, right? It's invisible. But you know it and you feel it, and that's just it. You just know it, you feel it, that's just it. Now, my guess is that you know what it feels like when you're around other people who are in their purpose. Okay, so a little secret. I love this particular TV show. Some of you who know me will know what I'm about to say. This particular TV show is called Queer Eye. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I binge it. I will watch it again and again. And here's why. I love this show, and you can check it out later and you'll thank me. But there's 5 guys who are good at what they do. Yes, it's true. They're good at what they do. But holy cow, are they on purpose? They are living examples of on purpose people. So I just feel good when I watch it. That's the only reason I watch it. I just feel good. So that's probably a feeling that you have around certain people, around teachers, leaders, TED Talkers, books that you read. You can just feel it when somebody's just in their purpose. Now, one of the things I'm going to encourage you not to do is to really wrestle down what your purpose is, like one thing, and it's really narrow, and my purpose, that's really not going to serve you. But to be in this dynamic in curiosity and expression of discovering what your purpose is in the season of your life, in the time that you're living through. I've noticed that I'm really in a time of deep, deep authenticity and contribution. That is really what I'm living into right now as my purpose. I'm living into this sense of unconditionality, of joy. I feel that coming alive in me. So I'm not being all like neat, right? I'm not looking for memes here, right? I'm looking for a sensation inside of you that has you come alive, that has you come alive and has someone else come alive too. Here's the thing you need to get, if this is the only thing that you get, is purpose is good for you and it's good for them. It's good for you and it's good for them. That's all you need to know. If it's good for you and it's bad for them, if it's bad for you and good for them, you just need like a little like bobblehead that goes. I'll have to make you one, Melissa. So it's good for you and it's good for them. One of the greatest definitions of of purpose that I ever heard, and it's not the only definition. Remember, I'm not about fitting things in boxes, but one of the greatest definitions I heard was that purpose is the intention to contribute to others. And I might add on, that feels good. So purpose is the intention to contribute to others that feels good for me. So a lot of times with the clients that I work with, and they're like, should I do this or should I do that? I'd be like, well, what would be fun for you? Because what would be fun for you would be good for them. right? Sometimes we overcomplicate things or make things so hard. How many of you can admit that you're making something hard right now? Yeah, bless you. I do too, right? I do too. Now, here's one of the reasons why you're making things hard. It's because you're listening to the wrong voice in your head. It's because you're listening to the wrong tape, the wrong thing. We're going to get there. I promise. It'll be really fun. You're just listening to the wrong thing. You're watching the wrong movie. So really all it is about changing the channel. Okay, Kayla, what was the other poll? It was about, oh yeah, okay, good. Let's do this. Let's look at it one more quick poll. And this is really about beliefs, a belief system. So what beliefs did you grow up or did you inherit about purpose? What did your mother teach you? What did you learn in school? What did you notice in your, community? Or what did you hear stories of more and more? Is purpose is only for the rare few, or you only have one purpose, or that some people have more important purposes than others, right? Or that it's delivered to you by someone. It's like it's handed to you. How many of you grew up with, a lawyer father who says you will be a lawyer, right? Or how many of you don't know what your purpose is and there's something wrong with you? I came up with these questions and I still think it's kind of funny. There's something wrong with you, right? That you don't know what your purpose is. These are belief systems. Now, beliefs live in the realm of thinking. Beliefs live in the realm of thinking. Beliefs, believed, become what, Shannon? Opinions. She's so good at this. Like, she's an amazing coach, you guys. She knows this. She teaches this, that beliefs believed become opinions, and opinions can do you harm. That's a whole other workshop, right? Shannon's going to lead that one. You guys follow Shannon Ralston. She's amazing. Okay. So that's good. So it looks like we have a winner. Okay, go ahead, Kayla. You can share this one.
Yeah, so it's shared for the group now. You can see the third response down is, the highest, but definitely a more diverse response compared to the last poll.
Interesting that not all of you participated. Huh. Okay, so here we go. You have beliefs that you don't need to participate in a poll. What are your beliefs, right? What are the beliefs that are running you? All right, that's a whole other workshop. We won't go there. So now you have some beliefs, that about purpose. Now, really what we can do though, is just really know what purpose is. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of things about what purpose is. It's none of those things. We just, that's maybe the reason why you didn't participate in the poll. You're just like, I know it's none of those things, right? It's none of those things. Your purpose is inherent to you and only you. It is chosen. You choose it. It is not given. It is not inherited. It is not consumed. It is not Pinterest board chosen. It is definitely an internal choice. And it is something that you are and that you come from, different than something that you do. So I'm going to show you something. We have graphics and things, and then there's these kind of graphics. So like here, can you guys see this? Hang on. So it goes like this. Purpose, right? It leads somewhere. It leads to a contribution. It leads to a contribution, right? And then your contribution gives you meaning in your life. And when you have meaning in your life, then you have joy in your life. And when you have joy, then you have mastery. You get good at stuff. You do it over and over again. You get good at it because it brings you joy. Notice how, like Carly, who's on this call, you guys check her out. She's waving. She's amazing. She has the coolest podcast about knitting. I'm telling you, it will rock your world. Who knew that so much could be discovered about knitting? She's on purpose about it. And she's awesome. She's got the greatest voice. She should have a talk show. Well, she has a talk show. Anyway, so knitting brings her joy. So guess what? She does it a lot. So she's really good. She knits the most amazing sweaters and hats and really beautiful. Look at her, she's knitting right now. So it leads to mastery, right? Mastery then leads, I went the wrong way, leads to passion. Then passion leads to purpose. So I'm showing you this. I'll send this to you guys later, but I'm showing you this because many people start in the wrong arena. They start with, I just want passion, passion, passion. I'm just trying to follow my passion. Like the term follow your bliss was totally misinterpreted. Poor Joseph Campbell was freaking out because people took it and made it mean something totally different. Follow your bliss is really about being obedient to the message that you're receiving in yourself. So it is more about really tapping into your deeper purpose. Now, let me tell you, purpose isn't always comfy. It's gritty sometimes. It'll make you sweat sometimes. It'll make you cry. It's like, it can be hard. So starting where there's all passion, rainbows, and unicorns, it's not going to work, you guys. But I promise if you go deeper into your purpose, really get clear on that, it will lead you to passion. So passion first. But check this out. This cycle, zoom, 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 zoom. You could do it super fast. And you can do it in the moment. Boom, 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 right? It can be quick. Okay, I want to pause here because like 26 minutes, Erin Anderson lightning round, right? So any questions, anything coming up for you? I'm a little bit like fire hose, not garden hose. Anything coming up for you or anything you need clarity on or clarification on? Okay, good info. I like it. Thank you, Leslie. All right. Let me offer this to you too, is that when you have a sense of your purpose, you then know what to do, not the other way around. Needing to know what to do so that I can feel my purpose won't work. So getting a sense of purpose and then you'll know what to do again and again is really the idea here. Okay. I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to let you think about it for a second. I really want to work with someone live. So if you know that it's you, raise your hand and just keep it up. And if all of you are just going to sit on your hands and like cross your arms and kind of go, do one of these, like, don't do that because you're here to get something. Ashley, I saw Ashley first. Ashley gets it first. Okay, Ashley, come on in 1 minute and stay right there. Okay. Oh, let me answer this question, Ashley, first. So how does purpose relate to values? Values will absolutely help you inform you what your purpose is. So actually, it's a great question. And I actually so you've just sealed it for me. I had this thought about sending you guys a worksheet on how to get clear on your values. So I'm going to do that. So thank you. But getting clear on what your values are a really good way for you to start to turn up the volume on what your purpose is. And think about purpose, you guys, more like a song that you sing, a song that you hear. Do you guys does anybody, oh my God, I might be totally dating myself, but has anyone heard the song? I shared it with Christine today. I Got the Music in Me. who sings that song? It's like a really old song. I got the music in me. I can't sing it. You guys don't make me. Anyways, it's like that. Purpose is like, that's the music that's in me. That's the rhythm I'm beat to. That's the, tune I hum. That's why I'm looking for you guys to have more of an experience of purpose rather than nailing something down. My purpose is, right? It's the music that's in you, and values help you turn up the volume on it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Ashley is going to rock your world here in a second, because she's going to do real work with you, and with her, rather, herself, because she's really committed to getting something for herself. And through her genuine, authentic work on herself, I did not set this up. Okay. she is a ringer, but I didn't set this up. Anyways, so Ashley, come on, and I'm gonna guide you through this process. And so here's what I want you guys to do. Just, you could take notes if you'd like, but just sit back and really pay attention to the process that Ashley goes through here. Okay. So what we're interested in as the second tool. So the first tool was understanding what purpose is, that it's the music in you. It's about the contribution that you bring. It's the being that you are, right? It's the song that you sing. So that's what purpose is. So tool number one. Tool number two is this: what purpose isn't. Want to find out, Ashley?
Yes.
Okay. So what purpose isn't is that nasty, gnarly voice in your head. So Ashley, what does that sound like to you when you feel stopped, when you feel small, when you feel, like super not on purpose? When you're not on, what do you become?
It's like I can't even think, like my brain doesn't work.
It does that, right? It has your brain go, zzz, zzz, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
like short
great.
circuits. Yeah.
Okay, go to a time recently when that happened. Just picture yourself there.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, really good. And so give me a sense of the internal landscape of what was going on in you when you were experiencing this. What would you guys, this is what we just call a failure moment. Like when she felt, this is failing. What is the words? Just go ahead. We know that it's not true, Ashley, but what was the language that you were using?
I don't know anything. I can't do this. My brain isn't working.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my brain doesn't work. I can't think. Like, you're not good. Like, I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. I will. It will always be like this. You'll never. You will never take action. All of the things. Like, you should have done this already. All of the stuff.
Okay, we're gonna just totally laugh at it because we know it's just a bunch of baloney. And does anyone relate, or is she the only one who hears that tape? Okay, good. So there's a few of you. All right. Okay, good. So the kind of bottom line felt kind of like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. But for you, it has a particular flavor of I'm not good enough. And in this particular flavor of I'm not good enough, there are a few, okay, so there's a few messages that you're getting. So, and this has been around most of your life.
Totally.
Right. You can remember grade 5, you can remember grade 10, you can remember 22. Yeah. And this particular flavor that's unique to you, Ashley, has a tone, a tonality about it. Give me a sense of that tone. Is it screechy? Is it dull and low? Like, what is the tone?
It's like, it's very mean. It's
Yeah.
like, it's it's like so for those in our coaching group, my like it comes out as like the mean girl. I like it's able to see where I'm really failing and then like put like twist
Mm,
it and make it really bad. Like, well,
mm.
you're I yeah, like it sees it and it like makes it like just like stabs it and twists it. Like that's what it feels like.
Yes. So like a mean girl with a
Shame.
shiv.
Exactly. But like
Like,
also like shamey. Like there's definitely a
mm,
flavor of shame in there.
yeah. I don't know why. I'm picturing like Orange is the New Black. Did anyone see that show? Orange is the New. It's like the prison like posse of women, and there's like a really mean one who's kind of in charge, who just like and then shames you. You guys, I'm going big for a reason. I'm going big and wild and a little out there for a reason. Okay, so give me a little bit more. Does it feel, yeah, like I'm offering prison, but like, or
Sure.
is it?
I don't think for me, I don't think it's
Yeah.
prison.
Okay,
Um,
good.
because I've never seen that show, so I can't relate. Mm, it's something like yeah, like meet like high school or middle school girls. Like uh seeing you mess up and then making fun of you for like that kind of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like or that I don't know like yeah, it's something like that. Like mean girls like in a pack like then ganging up on me.
Gotcha. It's actually a whole pack.
Yeah. Right. It's like the energy of being excluded.
Hmm.
Like everybody else over here is like cool and I am being like shamed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this is a pack of mean girls
Yeah.
who can't wait to see you mess up.
Totally. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Like
Okay,
wait
and they're gonna
for
rub it in your face and
it.
they're never gonna let you forget it. They're
Right.
gonna like, yes, they're gonna shame you. Okay, really good. So good job, Ashley. So okay,
Having
so now
fun. Having fun.
as you listen to Ashley, can you relate? Can anyone relate? Can you relate to your version of the Mean Girl pack? The Heathers for us Gen Xers. Yes, exactly the Heathers. Right? So now, so Ashley's, this is, and I'm just going to give you a word. This is Ashley's saboteur. And Ashley's saboteur lives in her mind and is a liar. This saboteur voice, though, is has been around all of her life and likely will not go anywhere. Your saboteur exists to take you out. Your saboteur exists for no other reason. Your saboteur exists to shame you, shut you down, remind you that you are nothing. I'm smiling, right? Because it's a lie. It's a lie that you believe just for a moment. Okay? You believe this lie just for a moment, Ashley. Okay, now I am absolutely not going to leave Ashley here. No, sir, not on my watch. And one of the reasons I'm bringing this up, I did see a couple questions go in the chat and I'm going to get to them in a second. But one thing for sure that I want you guys to just be with and be patient with is staying with this saboteur vibe, name, essence, look and feel. Now, Ashley, stay with me for a moment. And Kayla, will you share this first thing? Your saboteur exists to like really just for one thing, and that is to take you out. And each and every one of us has a unique flavor of a saboteur. My saboteur is, and I'll tell you when to switch, Kayla, but my saboteur is a prickly porcupine combined with a shaming shrew. it exists to take me down, my essence, my soul, my spirit. And you want to get to know it, because the way to handle cockroaches is to turn on the light. So you get to know it. Okay, so go ahead and switch the pages, Kayla. So this is an example of the saboteur who exists to diminish you, to make you small. My saboteur is the one on the left. I Googled shaming shrew and I got taming the shrew from Shakespeare. And this character is so what my saboteur sounds like. Who do you think you are? Who do you what do you think you're doing? And it's very angry and mean. The other one is like more that pious judge. Okay, go ahead and switch. Another set of saboteurs could mock you, could laugh at you, like, or right, the unfortunate, you're such an unfortunate soul. You know, just give me your voice. Give me your voice. You're such an unfortunate soul. It will mock your ideas. It will mock your greatness. I'm going for it here, people. Okay, go ahead. These are some saboteurs that with my clients, we have discovered that they are Miss Hannigan, the Miss Hannigan that says you're nothing but a useless orphan. Or they're the banker goblin who says, give me your money. You don't know how to handle your money. You don't know what to do with the money, right? That's another one. Keep going. Kayla's saboteur is Dobby, who's like, I will never be enough. I will never serve enough. My masters are mad at me. And she's so great about sharing that with me. Or like, you, my pretty, right? These are the ones that they will paralyze you. They will stop you in your tracks. That picture of Dobby. Okay, go ahead. Your saboteur might be Regina George from Mean Girls, much like Ashley, only she has a whole, tribe of them, but they will remind you that you're not good enough. I totally forget what this helped me out with the Harry Potter, but this teacher, she was so awful. I could not even watch her. But some people have that voice in their head that sounds like that, just mean. Okay, go ahead. Oh dear. Now what, Ashley? Now that okay, thank you, Kayla. Now that we've found your pack of mean girls with the shiv, we want to know, okay, let's not listen to that one. God did not create you to listen to that. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. So who do you need to call on? And I really mean this, you guys. Who do you need to call? Help! I'm going down. Help me. Who do you need to call to come and save you? Who will you call? Mean Girls pack of mean girls coming in hot. Who do you call? Your ally. Yeah. So who is an ally? It could be from a movie. It could be from someone you look up to, someone you know could stand up to these mean girls. Who would it be?
It would be Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec.
You guys know that show, Parks and Rec? If you don't, you must watch it now. So Leslie Knope, tell me why.
Because she like reflects a lot of the things that I want, like I aspire to be. She is very much an integrity. She knows what she wants. She fights for what she wants. She stands up for her friends. I like see myself in this case as like being the Ann Perkins character, like Leslie to the rescue. Like she will like fight off anybody for me. And yeah, she's just like, she's a badass with like, while also being fun. She like brings the fun.
She's a badass, but she brings fun, right? She brings the fun. Yeah. And so she sees you being taken down by this pack of mean girls with the shiv. And what does she say to you? Hey, Ashley, what does she say to you? What does she remind you of? What does she say to you?
I mean, she would say something like, you're a beautiful muskox or something like that. Because that's what she says in the show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like she would say something like, you're the most amazing sparkly unicorn, and there's nobody like you, or something like that. Like, I love you so much, and those people don't know what they're talking about. Something like that.
Yeah, really good. Okay, now stay with these pack of mean girls, and you've got Leslie, okay? So I love her, and she reminds you of your greatness, that you're great. You're like, she reminds you that that you're loved. What's her bottom line message?
So the thing that comes up is that I'm worthy of love.
Mm-hmm. 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 Right. And she says it with some heat, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And does it have you rise up? I'm worthy of love. Like watch the Mean Girls.
It has me like believe, like I can feel like this, like believing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is like a physical posture change. Like I do feel that thinking about her, this invisible Leslie.
Bless Leslie. Leslie, nope. Yeah, so it has your posture changed. It has you come into what you said you're deep believing, you're believing in yourself.
Yeah, it has me, like if I were to, like if I'm putting myself in this situation, I hear Leslie speak, like telling me these things. Yeah, it is. It's like believing in it's believing that I am worthy.
It's believing that you are worthy of love.
Of love, of whatever it is that the mean girls like try to embarrass me with.
Right. The Mean Girls are telling you you're unworthy, and Leslie is telling you you're worthy of love.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
Really good. So really good and clear and quite good bottom lines to your. So I'm just going to pause you here for a second, Ashley. Now, Brooke asked, is your saboteur the same as your ego? No. And your saboteur lives in the realm of your ego. Now, the difference about your ego, and this is a little bit of a bigger topic, but your ego will actually keep you safe. Your ego, the part of you that exists since prehistoric times, since we were caveman, exists in your brain to stop you from jumping off cliffs. Your ego exists to stop you from like standing still when you face really people without egos are sociopaths or something. I'm not speaking with, but like people without egos, it's not good. It's not a good thing. So ego will always be there, right? Your ego is in charge of fight, flight, and freeze. And it is deeply part of your brain. Your saboteur is an abstraction that has been developed over time through your experiences and your beliefs, and just, you guys, your saboteur only exists in your thinking. Nowhere else does your saboteur exist. Right, Ashley? Because watch, like Ashley's failure, whenever that was, that moment that she was like, oh yeah, that, right? The only thing that failed was what was going on in her head, in her thinking, in her mind. Did you actually fail, Ashley?
No.
Right. You just feel like an F up, or you feel like a dummy, or you feel like, yeah, it's just the thinking. See, what happens with our emotional lives, our emotional beings, is that it's actually a thought first, then an emotion. We think it's the other way around. We think it's emotions run the show and then we think, but it's thoughts first, then emotion. So the thought comes in by way of Ashley's saboteur that says, you're not good enough. I'm going to take you down and I'm going to show it to you over and over again. Right? My saboteur sounds like this shamey shrew who's like mean and kind of venomous. And then she morphs into a prickly porcupine that shoots quills at random. So duck, just saying. So when my saboteur is in charge, you better duck. right? When Ashley's saboteur is in charge, you probably won't be able to find her. She's probably hiding somewhere. When Kayla's Dobby's in charge, she's in a closet, like literally under blankets, right? So your saboteur gives you messages that you hear and you think and then you believe, and then it creates something in you. So we need a really good ally, you guys. We need a really good ally. So Ashley, stay with me. Now, go ahead, Kayla. Let's show them the next slide. So while Kayla's getting this next slide for you, my ally is Winnie the Pooh. And I've gotten to know Winnie the Pooh very, very well. So you do have allies who exist for a purpose. Get to know it, right? Go ahead and switch. So these are some allies that have been discovered by working with some clients. There's Mother Earth, Gaia, right? The Lorax, who helps you remember and restore your vision, what you imagine in the world, what your vision is all about. Go ahead. Your ally exists to restore your expression. Beyonce, Jonathan Van Ness. And if you don't know who Jonathan Van Ness is, go watch Queer Eye. They're here to restore something in you. Go ahead and switch. Your ally exists to restore your artistry, right? Leonardo da Vinci did not listen to his saboteur. I guarantee you he had one, but he did not listen to it when he painted the Sistine Chapel. Frida Kahlo did not listen to her saboteur when she was in an entire body cast, completely like unable to move. She painted with her mouth. She did not let her saboteur stop her. Go ahead. Your ally exists to restore your mission, right? Katniss, like she's on a mission. You want to call on these people. Okay, Kayla, remind me, what is her name?
Natiri.
Natiri, thank you. From that movie that I haven't seen. Thank you, Avatar. But that's Kayla's. Natiri is Kayla's ally. Okay, go ahead and switch. Your ally exists to restore your voice, right? Moana, Rosa Parks, they had a voice. These are the allies you can call on. Please, Moana, come help me right now because I've got something that's taking me down, right? Okay, go ahead and switch. What is your ally saying to you? Pay attention, because your true self is paying attention. Thank you, Kayla. Your true self is paying attention, and your true self really, really wants to hear the correct message. Your true self is kind of like waiting. So what Ashley's ally, who is Leslie Knope, is saying to her that Ashley's true self is hearing is, go ahead, Ashley, share it with us.
That I'm worthy of love.
When you feel like you are worthy of love, do you feel like you're on purpose?
Yeah.
How do you feel sharing love worthiness with people?
Good. It feels a little bit like nervous good.
There's another word that, yeah. Nerve is good. Like it's big, right? Feels big.
Yes.
Yeah, really good. Now you know. Okay. So if it feels big, then you know you're on the money, right? It's not like, this is what I'm saying. It's not something that Ashley is like shopping for it. She's not shopping. You guys, we don't shop for our purpose. Okay, sorry, that was funny. But you're not shopping for it, right? You're discovering it. So Ashley, what would it feel like if I told you that your purpose is to believe in love?
I mean, I believe that.
I picture you, so I just picture you seeing somebody sitting on a curb somewhere, not believing in themselves, not believing in love, not believing that they're worthy of love, and you just like, like swooping in, like, can you see yourself doing that?
Yes.
Does it have you narrow your focus?
I don't think so. It feels pretty broad.
That's good. Did it open things up for you? Like, just share, yeah, with the group what that feels
Different
like.
way of thinking about it. I never thought about this all happening like in the moment. Yeah. That my purpose is to help people know that they're worthy of love. Yeah. Yeah. And like what's coming up for me is like love in like lots of ways. Like it's not just romantic love, or like it's like friendship or self-love or purpose, love of life, like all of those things.
Watch her go, guys. Just watch her. I'm pointing on my screen.
Okay.
Watch her go. And now, see, here's what I'd like you to observe about what Ashley went through. She's like, it is, and it's sort of, and I guess, and I think, maybe. Yeah, that's just inquiry. That's just exploration. That's discovery. Otherwise, it would be me telling her and her going, okay, Erin, I'll go do that, right? She's in discovery. She's marinating about it, and it may sort of morph and shape into something else. I mean, this little thing on my desk is something I use all the time. You are multifaceted, multifaceted. You are never one thing. It's not a trick. It's not a gimmick. It's not a, I don't know, all the things, right? You're multifaceted and you're in discovery about it, like in all this wondrous ways.
Mm-hmm. And I can tell that if it's not like correct, like the purpose, it's very close, because in my head right now, there's a little bit of like the mean girls are coming in, and then Leslie Knope's coming in a little bit, and then it's like this back and forth, but I like can feel it, hear it going on, and yeah. So I just
let them duke it out. Just sit back and let them handle it.
Yeah, totally.
Great. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, guys. Give her a round of applause, you guys. A little golf clap. Yes, way to go. Okay, so here's what this sounds like in real life. In an example, and I'm going to share with you what happened to me the other day. So, purpose is a way of being, right? It's not a doing. I'm going to say that again and again. And I've discovered by my living through sucking. I sucked so bad for so many years. It seemed like I just wasn't myself. I was efforting, trying so hard. I was trying to please people, and then resentful that they weren't being pleased. And there was just all this stuff. Without going into detail, I just felt like I sucked. You probably, maybe even knew me in those years, and you have been, oh, you're fine. But inside it didn't feel great. And it felt prickly. Even my husband would say, you're prickly, right? So that's my saboteur that's running through me, that is having me believe something about myself. And your saboteur takes you out. And when you're taken out, it doesn't feel good for other people. I'm letting you know that you're not fooling anyone. You're not actually getting away with it. So it's so important that you handle it. Turn on the lights, get rid of the cockroaches, tell the porcupine to go back to its burrow. No, thank you, no more. And so what I ended up really doing for myself is just saying, I need help, help me, somebody, calling on my ally. And boom, up popped into my head, just like Ashley, whoop, popped up her head was Leslie Knope, was Winnie the Pooh. And I'm talking classic Winnie the Pooh, not the orange Disney one, but like the classic Winnie the Pooh, who would, travel through the woods and would say, oh, bother. And who would like dip in his honey pot and kind of eat his honey. And then he would say to Piglet, what a wonderful day we're having. And isn't it blustery? Because I'd get myself all bent out of shape about stuff. And then I'd say, okay, whoa, I need my Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, dear sweet Winnie the Pooh, what do you have to say to me right now? And he would almost always say, oh, bother. And that's all I needed to get back to my true self and carry on. So that's the tool that I just want you guys to have access to, is what is the voice that you want to listen to, even for a nanosecond, that will shift you and send you on the right track. It's a moment. It's a moment. That's why we're getting to Ashley with this really simple imagery that is really obvious, really clear. Like we got the pack of mean girls and we got Leslie Knope in her little suit, right? So we got it. So in a moment where Ashley's tanking, when she's going down, she can recall just Leslie Knope's face and be switched and be recovered and be her true self. So it happens in the moment, you guys. Like it could be in a moment of distraction, or somebody says something. Of course, your saboteur loves it when you're triggered, when somebody bothers you, or somebody doesn't show up, or something happens. Your saboteur just loves that and will show up and then just start pouncing on stuff. So you just call out, dear ally, come help me. Okay, so what I'd love to know is, what are some allies that are coming up for you? Who knows? I just happen to know who Shannon's ally is. Shannon, would you mind sharing with us?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So my ally is Agnes from Despicable Me.
It's so fluffy.
And my purpose is to see possibility in all things, which is exactly what Agnes embodies, right? Like she even manages to be in love with Gru, who is a career criminal. She's searching for the unicorn. She believes it exists. Like the thing that she wants is out there. And it's amazing, since I've done this work with Erin, I keep a little picture of Agnes by my computer, and it's so powerful. Because when I slip into my saboteur, who is like just like a bitchy, mean, like I think of like an old school like gym teacher with like a checklist, like that's just looking to find things wrong or that you're doing wrong. So that's like kind of my condescending, bitchy saboteur. And then I can feel it now when I go there, and I can call Agnes in.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you for sharing that. Who else, you guys? Anyone else have a sense of what their ally, who their ally is? Who their saboteur? Ted Lasso, you guys. Okay, if nothing else from this workshop, you have a long list of shows to watch. Ted Lasso is on Apple TV. It's so good. Yeah, like really some work to do and thinking on this. Yes, please. Enrico's got Yoda. And so listen, Yoda may come forward, and, Enrico can start thinking, what has he got to say to me? And he can really get quiet and listen. Moana, Katniss, yes. Karamo, That guy can move too, by the way. Rafiki from The Lion King. Oh, yes, Heather, because he sees beauty in the world and has confidence and wisdom. Now, listen, you guys, we could all watch The Lion King, but that's what Heather gets, because that's what Heather's true self is seeing. She is a mirror for that. She is a mirror for that. So Heather, where are you? Get on here. Where are you? Yeah, unmute. We need you in our life here.
I'm right here.
What does Rafiki say to you? What does he remind you? Like, what does he remind you?
He's like this calm confidence that I think I really have a hard time keeping sometimes, but I always want to have. And so I think it's just like the way that he kind of pauses the moment in the movie and he just sort of looks at the stars, or he just embraces the world around and kind of sees the bigger picture of it all as well. It just sort of sparks that ally, I guess. And I hadn't even really thought of it until this conversation. So it just jumped into my mind and I was like, oh my gosh, that is
That's
so
it. Mhm. It's
yeah.
like that. It comes like a flash. Now, Heather, do you let me just, because you said it, and I'm gonna reflect it back to you. So two things, you guys. For sure, Heather wouldn't be able to say and generate all those things that she just said if it didn't exist within her. No way, sorry. So
I have a hard time believing that though. I think
know,
that's where I struggle.
who's your saboteur?
I don't know who my saboteur is, but I think it's
Get her.
one really strong saboteur and it just is relentless.
I know, right? Let's get her. Male, female, female.
I think it's female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, female. And what's the vibe, the tone, the pitch?
It's very much like it's defeating for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like you're doing things wrong. You know better. Um, I don't know. Just
Yeah,
and
defeating, you're wrong, you're shaming you.
yeah. And it's constant. Like it's just sort of like this jab.
Like a constant jab. Yeah. What are you picturing? What's coming up in your mind?
Um, it it's not a jab actually that I picture, but it feels like a jab, but it's more like a pushing down. Like it's a
Ooh.
suppressing sort of feel in the moment of it.
What do you guys hear? Do you guys know any characters that sound like this? Put it in the chat. Defeating, wronging, shaming, dampening. She's pushing you down. There's some of you who might have a sense. Is it like the teacher from Matilda? Yeah. There's like I don't know why I'm picturing a nunnery, like evil stepmother from Cinderella, like locking you up, Harry Potter's aunt. Anything like that, Heather?
I haven't seen actually any of those movies except for Cinderella, and it's kind of like that. Ursula, I don't know.
Mrs. Hannigan from
Mhm.
Annie. It's got a suppression, like she wants to muzzle you.
It's not even muzzle because it is a conversation.
Okay.
It's like because I'm a pretty patient person. So there's part of me that really comes out in that conversation too, because
Oh,
it's all of it. Pardon me?
You put up with it.
Yeah. For a time. And then all of a sudden I get a spark and it's game over. I'm just ignited again. And actually this is kind of adding to this ignition because it's actually been recently that I've gone through this last little conversation. And so it's interesting because I don't really have an exact sort of
I keep picturing
figure, but
too. Okay, so listen, you're saboteur, and like every human being on the planet, not a single human being on the planet. If you're human, you've got a saboteur. Okay, sorry. It kind of keeps us sharp and humble. Anyhow, we all have one, and this saboteur really is loud and is unrelenting, Heather. Unrelenting. And it's just the degree to which you listen and believe your saboteur. And it's the degree to which you listen and believe, and then it creates you to be a certain way that you're like, how am I this way? This isn't who I am. And then people are like misunderstanding you. And no, that's not who I am. That's not who I am. That's the saboteur's work. Okay. Who are you really, Heather? Is someone who embraces the whole world. That's who you are. Am I right? Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah, you are right. I just think I just wish I could believe that a
I know,
lot of
you know what the
days.
key word is, Heather? You said think.
Mm.
Stop thinking. You guys, stop thinking. Your thinking is stinking. It's stinking thinking. You're just believing you're thinking. That's all. So rather than think, feel. And let me tell you, embracing the whole world as who you really are, Heather, cannot be any that it can't not be true. Of course it's true. Yeah. So it like think of it like a bad movie and a good movie. Which movie do you want to watch? The Rafiki, embracing the whole world, or The Handmaid's Tale? Right? Confidence and wisdom, or dampening and suppression.
Yeah, definitely the confidence and wisdom.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. He sees beauty in the world, the whole world, and he has confidence and wisdom. Yeah, just check yourself before you wreck yourself, a little bit like that. Like that's really all it comes down to. Yeah, thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the shortest little story. So I'm walking my dog. I've told some of you guys this story. I'm walking my dog. This is how it happens. And I've got my dog is 100-pound Bernedoodle. She's a whole lot of dog, and she's a hugger, the whole thing, right? So she's bounding along the trail, and there's this family, a father, a mother, and a daughter walking in like succession with a good amount of space between them. Right away, I judged. Why are they walking like that? And then I just keep going, and I go, oh, hey, here comes my dog. My dog's going to come over and say hi. Nothing, no heads up, no problem, or, oh, that's great. No, they wouldn't even lift their head. The father, I'm like, oh, I don't know, what's your deal, right? The mother wouldn't put her head up. And then the daughter, and Luna, my dog, goes up and sniffs her hand. And the little girl goes like this, which is the worst thing to do, or especially around a big dog, because they want to see what's in your hands, right? So the little girl, oh my God, you guys, please don't hate me. So the little girl goes like this. And I said, it's okay, she's friendly. And the little girl wouldn't look at me, would not look. She was like committed to not, all three of them were committed to not. And I'm telling you, I was passing them like two people would pass on a thing, right? So already my saboteur is on. And what did I say it does? Shoots the quills. So my saboteur is on. And because I judged, I made myself wrong. I judged, I made myself wrong. And I went into, I'm wrong, I'm bad, they're bad. So she says, she does this. I say, it's okay, she's friendly, we're passing by. And what comes out of my mouth next? But you're not. To like a 12-year-old girl. So I'm like, oh no, like it was pretty quick. I will admit, thank God. It was pretty quick where I was like, I hope the quill missed her. I just hope it missed her. And then immediately what I did to restore myself, because watch it, check it out. That shaming shrew could absolutely have a heyday with me. Just take me down and keep me stuck and stomp on my head with her high heels. But instead I went Winnie the Pooh, and he said unconditional love. And I went, okay, that's it. Just a quick conversation with myself. That's it. I just needed to restore myself. I didn't need to go running after those people. I didn't need to do anything. I don't need to self-flog. I just needed to remind myself, unconditional love. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what they were going through. I don't know if they just got some bad news. I don't know what's going on in their life. I love you. And off I go. So that's what I hope that you guys can do, is really get that my purpose is unconditional love. There's no question in my mind. That is my purpose. Sometimes my unconditional love comes out a little bit fierce. Some of you who work with me know this. And that's okay, because I unconditionally love you, right? So, that's my purpose. So my hope is that by seeing what you're not, I am not an, crazy, shrewy porcupine. I am, though, very much more resonant with, my Winnie the Pooh. And he's got a message for me wherever I go. I just have to ask him. So here's the opportunity for you. You could go online and look up fun pictures of, heroes, and I don't know, it could be R2D2. It could be, there's somebody out there who's got a message for you that you want to hear. It's a message that you want to hear because your purpose wants you just as much as you want it. And by the way, the people that you impact in your life want it for you too. It's good for you. It's good for them. So Heather, hurry up and believe it because it's good for people, right? It's really good for people. So you guys, an hour and 15 minutes of blistering fun, of purposeful fun in the sunshine. And here's a couple things on what's next. So listen, for sure, any questions, please email us, hello@livebigco.com. If there's any support you need, is there any tools that you could really use? Are you looking for a coach? I am not selling anything. Oh, except you could go buy my book. Ooh, 10 Tiny Truths. Go buy my book. That's it. That's all I'm selling. There's no thanks, Brooke. Oh, thanks, Heather. Yeah. So, I don't know. I wrote it on purpose. Okay. Oh, yay, Kaya. Thank you. And if you want to keep working in this way, Luca, go get yourself a coach. I really mean it. If you want to do better, be better, make more money, be more dateable, get a better job, hire a coach. And we got some really good ones. So reach out to us, please, and let us know if there's any way we can support you, if there's anything that you need, any tools that you're looking for. And we'll have this as a recording. So if you'd like to rewatch the recording, you absolutely can. Oh yeah, it says, remember why you started on my wall, if you were wondering. It's a good thing to do. Winnie the Pooh always remembers why he started. It's all about the honey. And we will email you the recording, Heidi. You're welcome. I'd love to. Oh, you're welcome, Crystal. So nice to see you. Any last minute, hey, shout outs? Nice. Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Brooke. Aw. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks, Kat, for coming. Oh, and also Mia came in all the way from New Zealand. If you guys are looking for a graphic designer, she's the one. Go hire her. There she is. Yeah, Tiny Truths. All right, you guys, have an amazing evening, and please be in touch. I'm so glad, Heather. Thank you for bringing life to us, for helping us remember to love the whole world. Oh, it's nice to be in the same room with you, Megan, virtually. All right, you guys, have a wonderful evening, and we're absolutely here for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We are here for you anytime. We'd love to hear from you. Bye, everyone. I love the hearts. Bye, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome. Thanks, Ashley. You rocked it. Thank you. Bye, everyone.